What is up, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Dolly out and about this morning, taking me a good morning walk. We're going to discuss some true crime. We're going to discuss a little bit of the Sebastian Rogers case, things like that as I enjoy this beautiful morning. It was raining pretty hard here last night, and I was thinking, well, man, I hope it clears up, and it looks like it has. Skies are pretty clear. I mean, it's dark, but it might be a little tiny bit of rain out, just slightly sprinkling. But thank you guys for joining me this morning. We're going to be going over some of the stuff. A lot of people, I think, read my post wrong that, I'm kind of backing away from the Sebastian Rogers case. Not the whole case in general, just the drama aspect of the case, okay? I'm out here. I'm going to do some drone flying this morning. See the yachts behind me? So we're going to take a little walk, do a little discussing the case, a little bit of stuff like that. Now, a lot of people ask me, why would you be backing away from the case? Has Chris Proudfoot threatened you? I've seen the post out there, Betty clickbaiting saying she's getting sued. I don't believe that. But no, it has nothing to do with any threats by Chris or Katie or Seth or Tony Browse or anything like that. It's just I'm over the drama element of it. It's just there's no new news in the case. The kid has been missing 92 days, 92 or 93 days. Not one good lead has come out about this boy, his whereabouts. Nobody has seen him, anything, okay? So there's really nothing to talk about but repeating yourself or get caught up in the YouTube drama. And I just can't be doing that. That's a nice boat right there. That's a nice one. She looking good. So there ain't really much to talk about in it. So when something happens or anything breaks that's newsworthy in the case, I'll definitely be talking about it. So, and definitely, I'm not stopping the search for little Sebastian Rogers. We got some things planned here in VA. We got some things planned in Tennessee. And we're not long for leaving for Tennessee. Okay? So it's good to see you guys. If y'all are just tuning in, make sure y'all like the video. If you're brand new, sub up the channel. You know what to do. You know what to do. Check out this little boat here. Bam. So I got the drone with me this morning. We're going to do a little flying over the battleships. I got some really good footage from the other day when I was out at the ocean front. I haven't uploaded that footage yet, but I'm going to go ahead and share that with y'all probably today. Now, you got to remember, I think tonight will be the last call-in show that I get to do. All right. I was going to launch Turtle Island last night. I wasn't feeling well, guys. I went out to eat with PJ, and I was just feeling like I had a headache and just feeling a little rough. So I lay down and went to sleep, got some rest. Woke up, I still feel a little rough this morning, but not terribly bad like I was feeling yesterday. So we're going to wait to start Turtle Island when we get back Monday from CrimeCon, okay? CrimeCon 24, Nashville, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can come out, meet Dolly, PJ, Lolo, shit, Turtle Gang's going to be there, Short Legs is going to be there. I think Huntress and Dumpling, but I'm not for sure. Good morning, be safe, God bless. Veronica, thank you. Give me a second to get my glasses on, guys, and I'll be able to see what y'all are saying. I just wanted to give you the rundown because so many people were like, Dolly, why are you taking the videos down? Why are you stepping back? Because I don't want to be a part of this clown show. In the beginning, it was fine. It wasn't all these weirdo-ass YouTubers all over the case. But now it seems to be that every scumbag and their mama has come up out the woodwork And I just don't feel like getting caught up in that, you know? It's just drama, 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 and nothing else. I do want this little boy found, definitely want him found. So we're going to continue our searches. We're not going to stop our search efforts. I got some things planned for when I'm down there in Tennessee. I just don't get up here because to tell everybody, because there's so many drama channels and hate channels and things like that are just trying to cause me trouble. And I don't like to get caught up in that. Now, you remember last year, these people, they run off at the mouth, and I would get caught up in these back and forths with people. I'm not doing that no more. You know, listen, if you do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result, that's the definition of insanity. And I'm not quite insane yet, okay? So I learned my lesson about these nothing channels that nobody really cares about, nobody watches. They feed off of drama. You know, they just tag your name and everything so they can get an extra click and a view. And I encourage you guys, if there's a Dolly video out there and it ain't from me, don't watch it, okay? This is what these people want. This is why they tag me in so much stuff, because nobody really cares about them, you know? And that's sad. You got to build your base on YouTube, you know? And a lot of these people like to build it off the backs of other YouTube creators. I'm not getting in a little pissing contests with a whole bunch of nobodies, okay? And that's what they want. So to avoid all that, like I said, I'll just uncover the important stuff. We got CrimeCon coming up. All right, we got Boston coming up. That's right. I will be back in Boston too. I got a lot of things planned, and I don't have a whole lot of time to be caught up into he said, she said shit. You know what I'm saying? So hold on, let me get my glasses. We out here on the water. It's nice today. It might turn out to be a pretty beautiful day. All right, let's see what y'all are talking about. 10 for a Dolly. So yeah, we don't think, guys, I'm giving up on this little boy. I don't give up on kids. All right. I've seen a lot of people saying, hey, Chris and Katie are getting exactly what they want. Well, listen, there's other YouTubers out here pressing them. You know, you got Tony pressing them. You got Seth pressing them. You got everybody pressing these people. But we can't lose sight of the little boy is missing, okay? It can't turn into a drama war, fighting with a bunch of channels, fighting with the parents, and everybody just lose sight that this little boy's been gone for 92 days, all right? That's just not a good thing. And man, it's nice. It's starting. I'm gonna have to take this hoodie off soon. I'm trying to walk down here to this Battleship. I want to fly over the Battleship this morning. I meant to do it the last time I was out here, but I didn't get a chance. So yes, the drama is pointless. Thank you for the update. Yeah, because I think people were like thinking I was giving up completely on this child, right? No, I haven't given up on Summer. It's been 3 years. Okay, I still got some stuff planned for Summer. So I'm definitely not giving up on little Sebastian Rogers. Don't worry, guys. Like I said, I got things going on that I really just don't want to put out on the internet because people are causing problems. That's why we're so secretive of where the meet and greet is in Tennessee. We don't want shit starters, troublemakers, anybody that just wants to come cause problems to be able to do it. You're going to have to earn that. You're going to have to earn that one, right? So, wake up, little Susie. Good morning. 193 likes. Yeah, what is going on? Guys, you're just tuning in. Hit that like button for your boy Dolly, okay? Dolly got to eat. No restaurants are open out here this morning. I'm downtown today, just strolling around, getting my morning exercise in. I'm going to try to do this a lot more, take a little bit better care of myself. You know, I run myself a little ragged, and PJ gets on to me about it all the time, taking care of myself. So, you know, I'm just taking it easy. And I figured it was a nice day. The rain stopped. I slept through most of the rain last night and all the crazy stuff on the internet. So But I noticed all the messages like, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You know, listen, I do what's best for this channel, and I've learned a lot over the years of being up here on YouTube. You know, it goes to that old saying, you got to know when to hold them, you got to know when to fold them, you got to know when to walk away, you got to know when to run, okay? Now, I ain't doing no running. Dolly, don't do too much running. That shit don't happen. I might do some walking away slowly and lazy, but definitely ain't doing too much running. Good morning from the UK. Hey, Sue. Good morning. Hey, Elizabeth. Debbie, love from Costa Rica. Good to see you, Costa Rica. I'd be like to be walking around Costa Rica right now. That'd be a lot better walk this morning. But we just strolling through the city. Sounds like a it is. It's Kenny Rogers. It's Kenny Rogers. Y'all don't know no damn Kenny Rogers. All right, we're coming up on the Battleship now. Because Dolly's ready for war this morning, okay? Ready for war. There you go. See that? Islands, and it's good morning, Dolly. Good morning, Brenda Chick. Ghost Paranormal from the UK. Good morning. I hope y'all are doing great. Single mom, what the F, true crime. Good morning to you. Good to see you guys. How's the sun up so much? Well, I don't know exactly what time it is. I think it's around, I don't know, 6:37. I've been up since I don't know. I probably got up last night about 3 a.m. and I've been up ever since. I got up last night. I printed all of your Wear the Baby shirts and hoodies. So they are done. They're waiting for PJ to ship them out today. So when PJ gets over later today, Where's the Baby? And all t-shirts are done, except for a couple that I had to order last night. But PJ told me I actually have the shirts. I just didn't know where they were at. So when I get back, when PJ gets over later, I'll print those last couple shirts. Then all shirt orders, all hoodie orders will be out. Can y'all see the Battleship? Hold on. I'll turn around in just a second. Number 64, baby. See the big guns? True story. I met Donald Trump right here. I was walking up and Donald Trump was out here with 2 security people. And it was pretty cool. I got it on video. That's the only time I've ever met a president. I mean, I'm not into politics, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't when he was president. It was before he was president. He had that show, The Apprentice, and he was just then saying that he was going to run for president. And when I seen him walking up, I couldn't believe it. I knew exactly who it was, too. I was like, that's damn Donald Trump, right? So I was like, that's damn Donald Trump. Run. Dolly don't do no running. All right, we don't be doing a whole lot of running. But that's where I met him at, right over there in front of Nauticus. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you guys. So like I said, we're avoiding the drama in the case. When I said I'm stepping away from the case, I mean I'm stepping away from the drama in the case. I'm not going to sit up here and point fingers and do all that. We're going to cover what's important, what comes out about this boy, if there's any information. We're going to be doing some grid searching. We're going to be in the woods searching. We got a lot of stuff coming up. So I didn't want people to misunderstand what I was saying. You know, I probably should have wrote it a little clearer out that, hey, we just don't want to be caught up in all this back and forth with all these other channels trying to make a click and view off of us. We're not going to give them that, okay? We don't give them that. The real tragedy pimps out here, you see who they are, right? You see who they are. No drama zone, yeah. We trying to get healthy. We trying to get healthy, live a good life, stay positive, all that good stuff. JL is in the hospital, unwell. There's a bug going around. Yeah, I hear he's having stomach issues. Prayers to JLR. I hope that man gets better. I'm sure he will. He's a trooper. He don't give up. He ain't a quitter, right? He'll be back in the true crime zone soon. Uh, just wish him well and whatever's going on with him medically. Listen, I hope it clears up for him. Doctors are good these days, you know. Um, Everybody, you got to take good care of yourself. You know, here's the important thing in life, man. You never know. You never know when someone's going to be here and when they ain't. So, you know, love everyone as much as you can, because, you know, you could be gone tomorrow. I could be gone tomorrow. Any of us could, right? So we got to appreciate the life we live, be thankful for what we got and all those things, and love the people that love us. Most importantly, right? Because, you know, look, you think life is long, but really it's a candle in the wind, baby. It's a candle in the wind. And some people burn it at both ends. And I can tell you this, I've spent my time burning the candle at both ends, okay? Many a time. So I don't know how long I'm going to be on this beautiful planet, right? But I'm going to try to make my best to be here as long as I can. Good morning from Oklahoma. You better get Tony Browse. All right, Oklahoma, I'm holding y'all responsible. I'm playing. All right, let's check out this Navy guy here. There you go. Leave your DNA on the button. Hello from New Hampshire. Good morning, New Hampshire. I might be back there one day. I don't know. New Hampshire was cool. I know I will be back in Boston for the Karen Reed trial. Live coverage of the Karen. We're going to start streaming that too when it starts back up this week. Well, no, we're going to start back up Monday or Tuesday when we get back from Nashville. And then shortly after that, I'm leaving for Boston to set up a Kool-Aid stand, okay? I'm going to be giving away Kool-Aid at the Karen Reed trial. Make sure if you're out there, you stop by, see Dolly, get you a cup of the Dolly Kool-Aid. Now, they say that Boston Kool-Aid is really good up there, but I don't think it touches the Dolly Kool-Aid, to be honest, okay? So as soon as we're done with our searching, Crime Con, I'm jumping on a plane. I don't know. I may drive. This time. And we're going to head up to Boston to cover the Karen Reed stuff. And then, you know, of course, we still got a lot of things going on this year. We got the Delphi stuff, right? I've been wanting to cross that bridge for the longest time, the Delphi Bridge. Mississippi. What's up, Mississippi? Dolly Kool-Aid. Yeah, the Dolly Kool-Aid is the new product line that we're coming out with. We're gonna launch it. And oh look, I'm in this little Buddhist temple here. Look at the dragon. You like dragons? I was gonna say a joke, but I ain't gonna hit you with it now, right? All right, so we had the little, I think that's a little Buddhist temple or something. I don't know what the hell this is. I ain't never seen this place. Ooh. Park closed sunset to sunrise. No trespassing. Oh, that's sunrise. Ah, this is a park. Okay. Dolly live from China. Okay, that's what it looks like. Look at the building behind me. That's it. Little tour this morning. So beautiful. It is. It's a nice park. It's like a little sitting area with like a little seat. That looks like a little restaurant right there. I'm not for sure. It has a Coke sign. What is my favorite flavor Kool-Aid? I don't know. Maybe strawberry, cherry, something like that. Ooh, they got koi. They got koi fish. See a little bridge. We're about to walk on it. We're about to get on this little bridge here. See what they got over here. Oh, that's pretty. Be a good place to meditate. Get a big mushroom. Yeah. Good morning, Jimmy from Ireland. Good morning, Ireland. Good to see you guys. Good to see y'all. Like I said, I just came up here to get me a little exercise, take me a little walk, check out the water. Like I said, I'm gonna do some drone flying in a little bit, but I figured I'd come with y'all live a little bit first. There's a damn baby stroller. Where's the baby? Okay. Oh, there's the baby. There's the baby. The lady must have left the stroller right there. She's over there with the kid. I'm sitting there screaming, where's the baby? There's a baby stroller sitting by the edge of water. I'm like, damn, did the baby jump in? Did y'all see that? Baby stroller? Sitting right at the damn edge of the water. I'm like, I hope that kid can swim. Let's see. We're going to go this way. We're going to go this way. We'll take a little walk this way. What's up, Duke? Hey, Rebecca. Jeremy, Sarge King, Devil Doll 666. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. Time to get moving. Where's the baby for sure? Oh, the lady's over there walking with the baby on the other side of the water. So maybe the stroller ain't just sitting there. It's, you know, beautiful place. It's all right. You know, water dirty as hell. See how dark the water is? That's from all the ships, though. The shipyard is right over here. We have the port. You'll be able to see the port in a minute. It's owned by China or Japan, one of those people. I don't know. You know, the countries are buying up all the ports and different things in our country. That's how come you can get Temu, right? Temu's here in a week because they own this port right here. All ships, yeah. Hey, Daily. Daisy. Morning. The stroller's going to have a parking ticket attached to it? I wouldn't doubt it. You do got to pay to park around here. I'm parked in a parking garage down the street. I don't know, probably, I don't know, a couple miles from here now. We've been walking for a minute. So, now listen, the bad thing about these ports, and I used to work on this port, and this goes into missing kids, okay? I worked on this port over here, and this is where, you know, all the shipping containers come in. When I back in my construction days, I was painting the building that is the main office inside the port, and I was sitting around talking to security, you know, because when you're working in the port, security has to be with you the whole time. So he just sits there and watches you work, basically. But I was sitting around talking to him, and he said, you know, basically that people be putting people in these containers and shipping them around the world. And the worst thing that he had saw while he had been working there is they opened a container and there was like 27 people dead inside of it. And it's basically, you know, human trafficking go through these ports. Like if you watch Sound of Freedom, you know, I used not to believe that kids were being sold like this. I used to joke about it, and I guess it was just my ignorance to it, right? And, you know, if you don't know, you don't know. You know, I've never seen a sign that said baby for sale or anything like that. I haven't. But there are people out here that, you know how to do these things, and they do sell children around the world. Now, is this a case where Sebastian has ran off and somebody's grabbed him and they've thrown him in one of these ships, a container, anything like that, and have shipped his ass somewhere. I know it sounds crazy, and you would have asked me a year ago, could that happen? I'd be like, hell no, ain't nobody doing it. Y'all done lost y'all's mind. All right, here's the port back here. If y'all can see them ships in the very, very back on that side. Oh, and, our next thing that we're adding to the search thing is I'm getting me a nice little boat, okay, with the sonar so we can search rivers, lakes, nothing big, nothing huge, just like a kind of like they were using in Adventures with Purpose, but maybe a little tiny bit smaller than that. So it's about to be Adventures with Dolly, okay, Adventures with Dolly. So we're going to add the sonars to it and everything. That's next on the list, okay? So we'll be able to search by land, air, water. It won't be no rock we won't be able to kick over. And that's how we want to do it. No matter what the circumstances is, I'm prepared to search for it, The only thing we ain't doing is we ain't doing no rappelling, no rock climbing. If your ass gets lost on a cliff, you're on your own, okay? Dolly ain't coming for you. The water, I can swim pretty good. I'm good on the water. The air, I've got great at flying the drones. I have a really, even if I showed y'all the drone yet. When I get up here, I'll sit down and show y'all the new setup, the new drone. Dolly, I think this case was a hoax all along. A lot of people think that this is some type of money grab. I've heard it all. Money grab, the kid ran off. It don't make a lot of sense. It really don't. But listen, the whole thing is anything's possible. I know, like, a lot of us, we suspect Katie, right? We suspect Katie. But we don't have no solid proof that Katie has done anything other than not check on her kid when she should have. Now, if Katie would have walked in that room and checked on that thud, would we be having this conversation right now? I don't know. I think the key to a lot of this in life when you're raising your kid is communication, right? Talk to your children, get to know them. Like I know when my daughter's upset, I can tell, right? Even if she don't tell me or she don't say anything to me, I'll instantly know something's wrong. And then I go to her like, what's wrong? What's going on? Now I start talking to her. And then there's something wrong with it. I'll eventually squeeze it out of her. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to have that relationship where your kids can talk to you. I mean, and my daughter's grown. You see what I'm saying? But to me, she's still my baby. So even though she's grown, if she's upset, I want to know why she's upset, what's going on with her, how she feels, how she's doing, those type of things. Plus, she's getting ready to start school to be a dentist, hygienist and stuff. A stress on her plate too. So, you got to remember, kids, when you're young, there's a lot of stress put on you as a kid, pressures that this school alone is a huge pressure on teenage boys. All right, to fit in, there's so many things that you got to try to accomplish, and if you're off a little bit, kids are horrible. It's hard on kids, right? The stress and the, being bullied and picked on in school, it happens to a lot of people, especially people that are a little bit slower, People tend to want to bully those people or just not be their friends, okay? And that's hard on a kid because we heard Chris and Katie say, hey, man, all this kid wanted for like Christmas was some friends. That's crazy. So Seth, this is some news. Like I said, I'm not going to get into all that drama stuff, but I will stick with the news when we talk about this boy. Seth was on the news yesterday, okay? Well, yesterday, Memorial Day. And he said he's out, hunting paths, looking for search areas that he could search for his missing son. Now, this is where we get, I'm trying to avoid, there's people saying that there's no searching going on down there right now. Now, if that ain't heartbreaking, we got all these people. They're so busy fighting amongst each other and talking shit about each other, but there's nobody really doing much. Super heartbreaking right there, you know? So hopefully people can get back to the basics. Let's don't forget little Sebastian Rogers. Let's don't forget he's missing. Listen, if he's found and something's happened to him and his parents had something to do with it, they'll pay for it, okay? Whoever did anything to this kid, they're going to pay the price eventually, right? I'm a strong believer in what happens in the dark always comes to light. I nearly tempted to ask Upchurch if he even exists. Oh Lord, oh Lord, don't go full Upchurch. Listen, never go full Upchurch. I love Upchurch to death. Love his music. One of my favorite YouTubers. Now I totally disagree that Callie Rodney don't exist. I believe the girl's real and she had a real family and you know real people suffering. He would disagree with me on that. You know, I know that, but hey, just because you like somebody, watch somebody, you don't have to agree with everything they say. Just like, you know, you guys don't have to agree with everything I say. There's a lot of people that think these people are not suspects and they disagree with me. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, this room here is not an echo chamber. You know, we want everybody to have their own opinions and things like that. Let's take the drone up. Give me a second. Let me set this stand up, guys. Somewhere. I'm going to pull out the drone. All right, let me bring this up. Let's see if I can do this. All right. Okay, here we go. Set the stand right here. They are suspects 100%. Well, the police haven't cleared anybody. So right now, everybody's suspects. I'm a suspect. You're a suspect. Wouldn't you like to be a suspect too? You know what I'm saying? There's the ship. All right. So we're going to drone around this bad boy, the Battleship today. We'll probably get some of the cannons. Can y'all see that? Hold on. The big guns. Dolly got the big guns this morning, all right? Got the big guns. I'll show y'all the new setup. See if y'all can see this. Hold on. Boom. All right, so my batteries fit in there. I got the, you know, the triple. So that's one. Let's see, I got 42 minutes, 80. That's 120 minutes of flight time right there. That's the new controller. So no more using my phone. No more of that type of stuff. This thing has a way better range. Hold on. Woo! Here I am. Here I am. Ah! So, good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Hold on. Let me get my sticks. Oh, this is my landing gear. I usually don't fly with this on. That's how I can see at night when I fly it at night. But I ain't been using the landing gear too much. Let's see my sticks. All right, get that out. Boom, boom. All right, what battery am I using? I think it's the. All right, this one's full. right, let's set that down. We're going to launch right off the case. Maybe not. All right, we'll launch right there. All right, let me put this back. Guys, if you haven't, we got 1,100 of you in the room. Love the green screen. Oh, the Battleship? That ain't a green screen. That's real deal there. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure y'all take a second, hit the like button. If you ain't, hey, Willow, did you see you made it on the Turtle Island this season? Okay. Turtle Island's going to start up when we get back from Crime Con. So, shit, it won't be long. I'll be heading towards Tennessee. All right. I just want to enjoy my last little bit here in VA. And then we're off and running, baby. We're off and running. All right, let's get this baby, the home point and shit activated. I don't know if y'all can see this. All right.
See you later. Y'all have a great day.
I'm still loading, still loading. Oh, there we go. Can y'all see that? Awesome. All right. So let's see. Take off with caution. No GPS. Okay. Shit, I only got 5 satellites here. That ain't good. Hold on. Okay, 12 satellites. Give me a second, guys. I'm just waiting for it to pick up the satellites. I don't know if you can. Updated. There we go. That's what we're waiting for. Home. See, if it goes up and it updates the home point, you're number 577. Then if I have any problems, I can hit return to home, this button, and it'll fly back to me. So let's get this baby in the air. Take off. Let me bring it down so y'all can see it. Hold on. That's it in the air right there. But we're about to take it up by this ship, so give me a second. Oh, yeah. Now we up there. All right, let's hit record. Let me see if I can show y'all this. Y'all see that? I'm right over the battleship. Take her up. All right. Oh. Now there is an app that where I can stream. Let me see what y'all are saying. Hold on, my glasses fogged up. Drone Watson, I love it. Okay, the USS Dolly has landed. Dolly with the gray sweats on. Yeah, I'm just lounging. I didn't have no big plans for today. Just laying around. How was the restaurant yesterday? I ate some new place yesterday. I ate some chicken parmesan. It was really good. It was really good. Is it cold? It's a little breezy. It ain't too bad. I'm not running like these people. So, good morning, Dolly. The USS Dolly, right? I'm spying, right? This is a no-fly zone too. It's because you got the Naval Air Station. You got. It told me. Hold on. It told me what was around. Some medical center. So I guess there's helicopters and different things that fly around here. But I'm under the FCC weight. Okay, I'm under 280 grams. Any bigger, this one would have to be registered with the FCC. But it's the right size. It don't have to be. I heard people talking about that too. Like, oh, what does Kitty fly? Does he got FCC? Is it registered? He's flying drones over my house. Well, there's certain, I can set the altitude, right? Y'all can see the camera's still on, right? I can set the altitude, and I fly it, and it zooms. Look, watch. I don't know if y'all can see it zoom in. Y'all see it zoom out? My other drone didn't have zoom like that. That's what I try to tell everybody. I said, I'll be so high in the sky. You know, people talking about, oh, I'll shoot your drone down and things like that. You can't shoot my drone down. You can't even see it. Okay? If you don't have the waypoints and the maps down here in this corner, like let's say I want to fly it over your house. Not anybody in particular, but your house. I go into the GPS. I set up the coordinates to where you're at. I circle it. And my drone will take off, fly over around your damn house. It'll be so high in the air. And then right here, I can zoom in and out. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm in the sky, I zoom right down on your ass, right? So that's technology, baby. And we just upgrade the stuff. Like I said, also, this is cool too. When you hit this button on the back, it aims the camera straight down. So say I want to search a field, okay? I want to search a field. They have this thing, this button right here is waypoints. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's right there. It's a little button. And when you hit that, you can map the course you want it to fly. Say I want it to fly a foot above the ground. I set in the altitude, right? I set up the altitude. I set up the grid that I want it to go on. All right. And then I hit fly. And then it'll fly up into the air about a foot above the ground. It'll fly across the field low. And then when you hit this button, the camera points straight down. Okay, so it's looking right at the ground. And you can fly around and just watch it. It'll fly itself. And you just sit here and watch. And this, if there's any bones on the ground, if you see something, then you just zoom in, and see what it is. And then at that point, if you can't make it out or whatever it may be, then you go walk over there and look. So just stay out of trouble. You can fly to a certain altitude here, right? Because of helicopters. So it lets me know on my controller when I'm in a no-fly zone, when I'm in a restricted zone, when I'm near an airport. It'll even let me know incoming things. So yeah, it all works great. And I've gotten pretty good at flying it. So let me go ahead and power this down. Put it up. I'm take another little walk with you guys. Dolly got to get him some breakfast this morning. Take my knobs off. They go in the back here. I do know one thing. See, this one has lights on it. My other one didn't have all the lights either. It's harder to keep up with, especially at night. These are the sensors, right? So if you fly and you're about to hit something above you, it'll stop. That sensor right there, if you're going to come down on something, it'll stop. The front sensors, like if you get too close, it'll stop. Same thing in the back. So this has crash avoidance. So say I'm flying right at something. Right before it gets to it, it'll stop. It'll follow you around. Like you can make it, like I can just hit fly and walk and it'll just follow me wherever I go. There is an app that I can live stream from this. Okay. So soon you will see me droning and live streaming at the same exact time. Not like this. Okay. You will actually see this camera live. Okay. I just haven't hooked up all the apps, the DJI apps and things yet. If you're just tuning in, I just kind of went over some of the stuff on the Sebastian Rogers case. A lot of people think I've given up completely on this kid. I guess my post was a little more like, I'm not that I'm not going to cover it. I'm just not covering bullshit in the case. Okay. If it's just Seth and somebody fighting, I'm not going to cover that. If they give an interview or something like that, I'm going to poach it from other channels, of course. I'm going to take some food off the plates of these tragedy pimps out here purposely. So if you see just, interviews come, that's just me snatching some food off of these tragedy pimps' plates, okay? Because that's why they latched onto this. They wasn't talking about this stuff before, but, as soon as I started talking about it and the other bigger YouTubers started talking about it, all these little nobodies, they've clinged on to this story. So as soon as they think they're going to eat a big old plate of food, we're going to snatch some of that food away from them. Okay? We're going to snatch some of that food away from them. And not only that, we're going to eat more off their plate than they are. Okay? We're going to eat more. Dolly chewing your shit up, right? I'm going to eat your shit up. Air interview. I guarantee I air it 30 seconds later. And I guarantee you I do more plays than you do. So now it's time to turn. You want to see now? Now Dolly is against the tragedy pimps. Okay, now y'all in trouble now. Y'all are in trouble now. But I'm gonna make sure y'all feed me this summer, you tragedy pimps. Remember that. Dolly's eating off of y'all this year, and I'm gonna eat good. I'm gonna eat good. I don't mind everyone eating. You just ain't eating off my plate. Hey, Willow, you ain't got nothing. You ain't eating nothing good. Okay, you get something good on your plate. Just know I'm coming for a slice of it. All right, I'm coming for a slice. You ain't having a whole pizza without Dolly getting a piece of the pie. Okay, you ain't having a whole pizza without me getting a pizza, and I'm doing it on purpose. Like I don't even got time for it, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, just to piss people off, just to piss in your Cheerios. All right. That's just the asshole with me. That's just the asshole with me. But look, we're going to build us, like I said, Dolly's building him an empire. I don't know what other people are doing, but this don't stop for me. You know, this don't stop for me. Shh. All right, I'm kidding, PJ. I'm kidding. Not really. Bam! We back in business. Let's get it moving. I didn't leave nothing, did I? All right, I got everything. Yeah, I just wanted to get that Battleship. I've been wanting to drone over it for like ever, and I finally got to do it. So, Rise of the Turtles, you know it. So what I was saying is like, for anybody just tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm just out taking my morning walk, which I'm going to try to do daily, just to get a little exercise. PJ's getting me fat. Okay, she's been feeding me like way too much, and I think I've gained like 20 pounds, and I've upped 2 pant sizes. So, but then again, she said I was crackhead skinny, you know. So, and now she says I look normal, but I feel like I'm a little big, you know. Hey Zen 11, good to see you. Heather, whatever. That's a cool name. Love what you do, great PJ. Battleship made my day. Okay, now listen, they do tour this Battleship. You can go on it. I don't know what time it opens up. What time is it East Coast time, guys? I don't even know what time of the day it is, to be honest with you. You do look better with some weight. Thank you. I don't know. I feel a little thick. A little thick. All right. Looking. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Hey, Granny Bassmaster. It is 6:30. Damn, ain't nothing. It's going to be a while before anything opens up I can get to eat. It's 7:30. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to start heading back down this way to where there are some food places because there ain't shit down here. This is all housing. This is where people live. PJ, I think, hold on, what did that say? I think he's saying put him on a diet. You feed him too much. He said, yeah, that is what I said. That's the first thing she said to me this morning. She's like, did you eat anything? And I was like, nah. She was like, you need to eat. What's up, Triple D? I'm down here waterside, man. Battleship. See Battleship? You're in South Africa. Good morning, South Africa. Good to see you guys. He didn't eat since 2 days ago. I eat when I eat. Beautiful. Dolly, gotta eat? Yeah, I do gotta eat. I am a little tiny bit hungry now. No, he did look sickly. He was skinny. Oh, okay. I notice when I gain weight, though, I usually gain the weight in my face first. Like my face starts getting rounder and fatter like a chipmunk. So, you wish you were in Australia. Good morning, short legs. Is your drone flying? No, I just landed the drone. I just flew over this battleship. Whew. I just wanted to get an aerial at a battleship. Because believe it or not, I ain't never seen the top of it. You know, I've never been on it. It's the Battleship Wisconsin BB9 and the BB64. This is the 64. Okay? See 64? Give you the history of it. I don't want to drop my phone in the water. It's been on these waters for a long damn time. This one was commissioned in 1901. And then in 1906, by President Theodore Teddy Roosevelt, traveled to Norfolk with many other Americans to bid farewell to the first Wisconsin sailing on a 2-year voyage around the world. Okay, all right, all right. A little education this morning. Damn, this thing been around since 1906. Is that what that said? Let me make sure I read that right. That sounds wrong. I'm like, why does that seem so wrong? Because I was jumping around reading. Let me go back. Hold on. Let's get rid of Wisconsin waters from the road beginning in the 20th century. Designed to show off the stars and stripes of the United States. The first battleship of Wisconsin, the BB9, was commissioned in 1901. Okay, that's the BB9 that was from 1901. United States, Wisconsin, dock. The first Wisconsin. Okay. It survived the Japanese strike in Pearl Harbor on 7th December 1941. All right. So, damn, that thing survived Pearl Harbor. Education channel now, yeah. We're moving on to educational things, okay? I wonder how many like Japanese airplanes this thing has shot down in its day. That would be cool to know. Like how many kills does it got, you know? Jump in. Oh hell no. Nah. You jump in that water, you'll grow a third eye. Like I said, we have so many ships in the water, big ships. Like it just the water's dirty. Leave the drum at the door. Dolly don't want it. That is absolutely right. Uh, One, I'm not going to go back and forth with anybody because there's a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these smaller channels that want to start fights. So they have content, you know, so they can sit over there and talk shit about me. And,
What's up, brother?
what's going on, man?
Hey, don't worry about this fucking man.
All right. So you heard of this radio show. He said, don't worry about them fuckers, man. Thank you for sharing your trip with us, Dolly and PJ. No problem, no problem. But like I said, I'm not going to go back and forth with these people and give them stuff that, you know, that's all they want. They just want some views and clicks. So we're going to avoid all the drama element of the case and just stick with the news, you know, the facts. The little boy's been missing 92 days. There's really no signs of him running away, but there's also no signs of foul play, okay? So what does that say? It kind of leaves us in a 50-50 place. He could have ran away. He might not run away. But we know, apparently, that the police have searched that house according to the police, because I'm going to stick with what the police are saying, the official people, not all this stuff like, you know, Chris saying that the dogs have tracked this trail to the retention pond. That's not true. That's misinformation. And people are out here spreading, still to this day, spreading that misinformation. There was no dog trail. There was none of that. But there's no signs of foul play. They've been in that house 10 times. And let me tell you, the police ain't stupid, right? They're not stupid. So you're rhyming again. I just always rhyme, okay? I'm a poet and didn't know it. So they've searched it. Now, I don't know for a fact if they've went in there and sprayed chemical agents to, you know, to detect blood or any other bodily fluids. But I would think at this point that they have, okay? I do know that they've used heat radar and stuff like that. And a lot of they actually have things that can look, you know, because the last little boy that went missing, there was another little autistic boy that went missing. He ran out and he was found in the wall, dead, unalive. YouTube's favorite word, right? So, you know, I'm sure they've searched everything, you know. I doubt, you know, somebody even asked, did they search the ductwork? Okay, he's way too big to be up in the ductwork. All right, there's no way possible that, you know, I worked in many attics of houses. This ain't a commercial building. If he was in a commercial building, he could possibly be in the ductwork. But in a house, okay, they got flex duct. It's a little round pipe. It's small. You're not fitting a 15-year-old kid into a flex pipe. You just ain't doing it, right? So that's not happening. I don't believe, you know, he's anywhere around that house. If somebody did do something to him, they're going to get him far away from that spot as they humanly can. You know, if the parents did do it, you think they're going to just like put him out 2 blocks from the house? You know, no, they're going to go somewhere far away from that area. And if he ran away, where would he go? You know, I just don't really believe anybody of what they're saying. They're saying this kid didn't have friends. He didn't have internet. And we're learning that a lot of that stuff is not true, that a lot of the kids at the school did like him. He was in the chess club, you know, that he had a high vocabulary, that he did have access to video games that were played online. We're learning stuff like that now that we didn't know before. So it seems that, like, when these people were giving interviews, they were out here spreading a bunch of misinformation. And a lot of people believe it's like victim shaming. You know, that they talk down on the kid instead of talking positive about him. And I mean, I see a little bit of that. I do, you know. And the attention seeking is a little strange to me. Like, if I had a missing kid, I don't think I'd want all the attention like that. Like, I don't know if I'd be jumping on panels and seeking attention. Now, I know some of these people out here, like the POR, PI, POS, whatever these people are, they're all about the attention. Now, I don't care if people want attention if it brings a little boy attention, okay? Get your attention, right? For the first time in your life, get the attention that you desire. Long as it's spreading awareness and it's bringing attention to this boy. Now, when they start trying to grift, you know, that's a hard one. You know, that is a hard one. When they want to bring in all these people from out of state, when there's qualified people in the state, right? we finding out that the reward, which wasn't much of anything anyway, might not have been legit. The lawyer might have been a scammer too. And we know a lot of scammers have come out the woodwork since this has went down, trying to make a quick buck off this case. So don't support that behavior. You know, these people that are trying to come into town that ain't from around there. Because I don't believe they're doing it from their heart. I believe they're doing this as a grab. I'm still going to be totally truthful with everybody about everything that's going on. I think it's a little bit of a grab. So many people tell me I'm wrong about Tony. Listen, I don't care about Tony. It ain't going to make or break me no either way. I just don't see it the same way as some of y'all people see it. And I just know this, that since that kid was seen at that mountain, what is it, Grandfather Mountain, the wrong kid was seen, nothing has been the same since then, okay? I think so, yeah. Nothing's been the same since then. I just wish it would go back to damn Seth and his two buddies searching. I think more was getting done with that than is getting done right now. So many people are saying there's nothing going on down there. Like that dude that came out lied. Well, I forget his name. What's his name? Justin or something like that. He came out and said that the police told him all that information and blah, blah, blah. And then remember, Browse ran with it. He came out, put out a video. He is stepping away from Seth and Tony. He don't want no parts in them people now. So we're seeing Pascal step away. We're seeing all these people. Thank you for all you and PJ do. You're awesome. Been with you for the beginning. Summer Wells, love y'all. Yes, Kingsport, Tennessee. Kingsport, I'll see y'all in a few hours. Okay, I'll see Kingsport here in a few hours. So maybe I'll bump into my old buddy, Candace Wells. She'll let me touch the mullet. I could use that mullet touch right now because I've been feeling a little under the weather. So I probably good mullet grab. Shit, it might bring me back to 100. Right now I'm running at about, 70% maybe, if I'm lucky. Maybe 65. Almost got a felon grade. I got I've been having a slight headache for the last few days. So maybe that's what you get, maybe a good mullet grab will make me feel better. Yeah, touching the mullet goes a long way, right? Look, last time I touched the mullet, I got superpowers, okay? They don't last long, though. So you got to occasionally go back and touch the mullet. So, but anyway, prayers that little Summer Wells has found. We're coming up on 3 years in that, all right? And the scary thing is this, and this is honest, Sebastian Rogers' case is so much like the Summer Wells case. It's scary. It is so much like it that it's scary. I don't want to do this shit for 3 years. I didn't want to do Summer Wells for 3 years. I'm one of those, I'm impatient at everything. I want these kids found, today, all of them. I don't, when I went into the Summer Wells case, I thought, okay, something will turn up, right? And I'll do, some videos and this end, but it never did. It never ended. And look how much drama surrounding. Now, I probably played a little part in the Summer Wells drama, I ain't gonna lie. But look how long that drama continued, right? I can see you stirring the pot for a minute. Let's stir the pot. But I'm not going to stand at the stove for 3 years, okay? I'm not stirring the pot for 3 years. I just ain't doing it. It's just, when there's something big or there's something really in it to talk about, you can only blame so many people before you run out of people to blame, all right? Everybody on that hill got blamed. Just like in Tennessee, everybody's getting blamed. Katie, Chris, Seth. Shit, by far as I know, Tony, you a suspect. You questionable anyway, right? So you run out of people to blame and you run out of shit to say. Like, I can sit here and make 72 videos on Sebastian Rogers, yes. But all it's going to be, honestly, is me repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. All right. And how many people want to do that? Like, it's starting to get old to me. Not that the kid itself, I don't want him found. It's just repeating myself is getting old. You know, like nothing's changing, nothing's happening. They haven't had any updates in 3 years. Yeah, it's just we're at the finger pointing stage. Okay, that's basically where we're at in this. Is we're at the damn finger pointing stage, and everybody's getting blamed, and really nobody truly knows. All right. BK will move in with the Proudfoots when he gets out like Sebastian. He can't use the internet either. I seen that last night, Willow, right? Because I'm going to send BK some money. I know he's a dirtbag and he's a scumball. But I'm going to send him something, you know. Do I agree with his behavior or anything like that? Hell no, right? But has he made me laugh a time or two? Yeah, right? So I'm going to break him off a little bread, hold him down a little bit while he's in there. I meant to do it last night because me and PJ was talking about it last night. We were talking about BK. And PJ is, she don't want me to help BK at all. She's like, why would you do that? Why would you help a scumbag? I'm just like, I told her, I said, man, and this is truthful. I don't wish jail or death on nobody, okay? Now, if you're an evil person and you hurt a kid, yeah, I want you in jail. I want you executed and all that bullshit. But if you like some petty criminal, you know, you're dumb and you're fighting with your baby mama over your kid, I don't want to see you in jail. You know what I'm saying? Does he harass people? Yeah, he harasses the shit out of people. He called the damn FBI on me, the TBI on me. He called the damn everybody he could call. She was like, you don't remember when he was talking shit about you, your family, he called the police on you? And I said, yeah, I remember all that. That don't change nothing. That don't change nothing for me. You know? Just because he's bad, don't mean I gotta be bad. You know? And how much does it really help him? Okay? What is a couple ramen noodles gonna do? He's gonna be in there for a good bit. He has a $25,000 bond. Cash. So he's not getting out. Maul Dukes ain't dropping 25K to get that man out. So he's stuck. He's stuck like Chuck, right? So let's break the man off a couple chips and some oodles and noodles. He can't get on the internet no more. He can't harass me anymore. It really, these people think they bother me and it phases me. It don't. You see, BK did the worst you could do to somebody. I'm trying to send him money. So how mad do you think I really was at BK if I'm willing to send him some money? Listen, people talk shit all the time. It's the internet. I don't hold grudges like that. I don't stay mad at people. I might be pissed off the minute you say it, right, for about 10 minutes. And then after that, I got other shit on my mind and to worry about people on the internet like that. What did he do, Dolly? I think he was harassing his baby's mama, and he kept getting in trouble. They kept letting him out on bond. He had an ankle bracelet on. And then I guess he was getting on the internet acting like he was the FBI or something. I don't know. Man, crazy as hell, right? He crazy as shit. I don't know exactly what he was doing, but I know he didn't hurt nobody, okay? Now, if he hurt somebody, I wouldn't be willing to help him at all. But he didn't hurt nobody. Let me set this down for a minute. Hold on. Had to come out that hoodie. PJ, have fun at work. Don't work too hard, babe. Ankle, let me stroll back. I didn't catch that. Ankle monitor music video 15 minutes later. Yeah, right? So, you know, he's like a 40-year-old man. Yeah, probably 40. Yeah, 40, 45 that wants to be a rapper. I'm thinking, bro, you started too late in life. Okay, you ain't Rick Ross. I need to shave today. I'm getting homeless looking. Look at that shit, boy. Good Lord. I need a trim up. I can't go to Nashville looking like this. What if I bump into Dolly and I'm looking all rough? I'm like, hey, I'm Dolly. She'd be like, you homeless, bitch. And I'm like, I know. Okay. Be safe, have fun. Crazy people got to eat too. Yes, clean up when you're going. Yeah, I'm going to shave probably today. Get rid of some of this cut edge up the headline and shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, I just see a super chat. I think we got a super chat. All right. Hey, Dolly, get you something to eat because Dolly got to eat. I love these morning walks. Keep up the good work. Love you and PJ. Thank you, guys. I love you guys, too. That is super sweet of you. And I am going to go get me something to eat in a few minutes. I'm just trying to give time for stuff to open. There's some super good restaurants in this place right here. I'm going to try to find something that does breakfast. Use your Dolly soap. Oh, you got jokes, huh? You got jokes this morning? Dolly, need some baby mama drama soap. I know. Listen, I don't got no baby mama drama. I remember when me and my baby's mama used to fight a little bit, but we get along fine. You know, we ain't got nothing to fight about. So I don't have that anymore. Keep up these videos. Thank you. So, plan is we're going to be doing some stuff. I can't tell everybody everything. We will be in Tennessee here shortly. I ain't going to tell everybody when either. Just know shortly. All right. Time you blink, we're going to be there. It's soon. So, of course, you can come meet me Friday, CrimeCon, if you want to meet Dolly in your Nashville, the Tennessee area. If you're a hater, please stay away from me. We don't want no drama, no confrontation, anything like that. We're not here for that type of stuff. But if you're cool and you want to hang out, come see Dolly. You're able to meet me Friday night. Saturday, we're doing a meet and greet at a restaurant, somewhere to eat. Dolly got to eat, meet and greet. We're not announcing the place until Friday night. So Saturday, you will know where to show up. So Friday night, we will announce where we will be in our group, our Dolly Vision on Facebook, the group. There's a private forum in there where we'll put the address out to where we're going to be at. We're doing that just to keep the drama away, haters away, anybody we don't want to look at away. I want to enjoy my time with you guys. I don't want to be battling it out with some weird YouTuber that shows up. You know what I'm saying? So we're keeping that pretty secret, but that morning just hit me up, inbox me, or inbox PJ. If you don't get into the group, just send us a message Saturday morning, early Saturday morning, and let us know that you want to come, and we will shoot you the address of where we're going to be at to have dinner. All right. Safe travels to Tennessee. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. My email is Jimmy, Jimmy, Jams, Jamz, like Zorro, 757 at gmail.com. Jimmy Jams 757 at gmail.com. Tony Browse is looking for you. Well, he'll be easily spotting him with weird ass shirts he wears, right? He ain't sneaking up on me in a Hawaiian ass shirt, I can tell you that. I'll be like, hey there, let me be nice. All right? Let me be nice. So glad to meet you all. Thank you, Rose. Thank you. That's my email right there. Where's the baby? Okay. And PJ's at work already. Safe travels. Lexi Texi, have a great day, guys. Got to get started. Yeah, I'm not too far from going to get me some breakfast. Maybe I'll do a little call in when I get back home after breakfast and stuff like that. And I may show you guys the drone footage that I shot the other day at the beach. The Battleship I just shot. My favorite channel, Where's the Baby? Soulshine Me. Thank you so much for your super sticker. That is awesome of you guys. Damn, Dolly get to eat good this morning. All right, Dolly get to eat good this morning. Whoop whoop. Now, look, I'm just looking forward to meeting Aunt Nancy. All right, that's the reason I wanted to go to Crime Con. It's just to meet Aunt Nancy. I'm going to see if I can get her to say, "Where's the baby?" with me. Okay, see if we can get a clip of Aunt Nancy saying, "Where's the baby?" And I'll try to get her to do it with me on 3. I'll be like, "All right, Nancy, 1, 2, 3." We'll hit the "Where's the baby?" together. Okay. So, and I got my Where the Baby hoodie, Where's the Baby shirts. So if you haven't picked up one of the Where's the Baby shirts and hoodies, check out my merch store. I printed them last night. Right before I came out here, I was printing hoodies, shirts. I didn't make no soap last night. I still got some soap that I got to make. I don't know if I can get it made today because I'm packing up and stuff like that. And I don't know if I'll get it made today. I definitely got the shirts and hoodies made. Thank you, BuyDollySoap.com. CrimeCon, they do it twice a year. They got another one in November. That's weird to me. You would think CrimeCon 24, but there's 2 of them. They got a cruise. To me, it's a hustle. I ain't gonna lie. I'll tell you. They want $400 a ticket for the weekend. Tell me that shit ain't a hustle. Right? Booths, $2,000, $1,200. You can't leave the booth. Weird, like, they choose this. It's expensive. Like, I don't know if only rich people are into true crime, but everybody that donated us to help us get there to go to CrimeCon, I haven't forgot you. Thank you guys. Bring it in. Virtual hugs. Virtual hugs. You guys are awesome. That's why we're doing a meet and greet outside of there, because they want $400 for people to get in there for the weekend. My viewers don't got $400, okay? I mean, some of them do. You know, some of them got $400, but everybody ain't got that shit. We didn't have it, right? So, hopefully, you know, if you got the money and you can come out, come on out. If you don't, you can still meet Dolly, right? You can still meet. That's why we're going to do it somewhere where it's free. You know, we want to meet as many of you guys as we can while we're down there, have some fun. So this is not so much a work trip as it is more of a fun trip. We're going to try to have a little bit of fun, but I am going to get some work in while I'm around. You can believe that, but don't let Pete take care of that. It's a fun trip. We're doing nothing but fun stuff the whole time. I promise. We put in some work. All right, we're going to put in some work. We don't go nowhere for nothing. All right. It keeps the riffraff out. LOL needs a body pad so he can bring with you in the morning walks. So it's $400 just to get in. Yes. If you want to go for the whole weekend, if you want to go Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's $400. $3.99. Crazy. Right? I need to hold a true crime convention. They must get rich off that shit. Whoever's running that, oh my God. Oh my Jesus. They making so much money. Dolly works for breakfast. There you go. Good way to look at it. You're so chill. I love watching your channel. You guys are awesome. Can we see what the front and back of the CrimeCon shirts look like? Well, I'm not at CrimeCon. Another thing is they're real funny about what you can sell at CrimeCon because they sell t-shirts. So you can't have anything with CrimeCon on it. Okay? So say I did a Dolly shirt. Remember I was doing the Dolly shirts with the CrimeCon on it? Can't do that. Can't do it. They can't say CrimeCon on it. Cannot say it. That's why if you notice the new logo's changed to Dolly Vision in cursive and it says YouTube under it. Because I had to get rid of the CrimeCon because they will not allow them shirts. So because they sell merchandise, so they're funny about what merchandise you can have. They got all kinds of rules. Like, it is what it is. We're going to be there. Hope to meet you guys. I can't wait to meet Aunt Nancy, my cousin Vinny. He's gonna be up in there. John Walsh is gonna be there. There's gonna be some forensic pathologists. I'm looking forward to meeting Maya. Right? I watched a Netflix documentary on Maya. If you ain't seen it yet, it's awesome. And I'm looking forward to meeting Maya and the two people from American Nightmare. I forget their names. Okay. Anybody watch American Nightmare? They're going to be there, right? The girl that got kidnapped and her husband, they're married now. So her and her husband are going to be there. I'm super looking forward to meeting them. Okay. Like, that story had me like, what the hell? It is so unbelievable. You know, she got kidnapped and the kidnapper brought her home. And he kidnapped her in a damn scuba suit out her house, right? So I can't wait to meet that chick. And hopefully I can bring you guys some awesome interviews from there and see who we can get onto the show and who we can talk to and interview. So there's going to be a lot of me streaming from Crime Con. Make it Dolly, what did that say? Make it Dolly cornbreaded Crime Con. I don't know what that means. All right, but thank you for the super sticker, Scuba Steve. Can't wait to get my dog shampoo soon. My fur baby looks bad now. Okay, so I got everything ready to go. There's just a couple things I got left to print, and PJ should get most of that stuff shipped out tonight. Oh, okay, okay. I see what you're saying now. Cornbread Mafia for Candace. All right. Well, I don't know. Well, you know, Kingsport is 4.5 hours away from Nashville. She's, you know, maybe we might drop into Kingsport. We got to go past it. We do got to go past Kingsport to get there. Um, Stop in on some of my old buddies, hang out on the hill a little bit. You know, I ain't seen them in a while. Maybe we should hit them up. Maybe they'll let me stay tonight at their house. Okay, in the dungeon. How cool would that be? We'll live stream from the dungeon. It's like the Roach Motel. You some check in, but you don't check out. Okay, you don't check out that dungeon. Yes, drop in to the hill. I don't got nothing. You know, maybe I might drop in friendly. You know, say hi to Don and Candace. I don't have no. I'm not on a mission to mess with Don and Candace. I went into Candace's room the other day, and she was really nice to me. People are instantly like, "Oh my God, it's Dolly," and I'm surprised I didn't get kicked. But she's like, "Let Dolly stay," So she was nice. Candace, she knows I want her kid found. I think she knows I know too, right? And I listen. If they did what I think they did, they gotta live with it, because I believe what happened to Summer Wells is an accident. What's going on with Sebastian? That ain't no accident. Okay, whatever's going on with him ain't no accident. But whatever happened to Don and Candace, I know they're the most dysfunctional people ever. I truly don't believe, and I say this from my heart. I truly don't believe that they did nothing on purpose to their kid. I hear it so much that they did. I just don't think they did. And I pray Summer's found. But you start to lose a little bit of hope after 3-4 years or so. 3 years, you start to be like, man, they ain't found this baby yet. They're ever going to find her. And PJ asked me, she said, are you going to continue to do these vigils and these, the anniversaries of going down there for Summer Wells? And I told her, yeah, I do. I do plan on doing all that. I don't want to give up on the little girl. If it lasts that long, which I pray to God it don't, I want to stick around for much of it as I can. And that's the same thing with Sebastian. Maybe I won't be out here screaming about him every day, you know, because there's other things in this world that do go on. But I'm not going to forget the little man, and I'm not going to forget the little girl. And if you see new people coming up here in the future, listen, there's a lot of families out here that need help, right? These ain't the only missing kids. That ain't saying I'm forgetting the kids or abandoning the kids or anything like that. There's just a lot of people that need help. Not just kids, but grown ass people missing. So many people think, you know, I declare to be a child advocate. I have never one time in my life said that I'm a child advocate. I'm a person that enjoys searching for missing people. It don't matter if you're 5 or 80, you go missing, and I'll do my best to help if I can. That's it, right? So these people out here thinking, you know, or saying these hateful things. Oh, look what Dolly does. He thinks he's a child advocate. Blah blah blah. I don't think that. I don't think I'm nothing more than I am. I'm a person with a heart that cares about these missing people. That's it. No more to it. Candace arrested. There's a new kid missing every day. Multiple new kids missing every day. And they're not getting these attention, right? There's families out there that want help. Why should I spend my gears with families that don't want the help when there's so many people that reach out to me? And Avril Hook's family reached out. Jake Fetter's family reached out to me to help. There's families that reach out to me for help. Okay? So, and they were both adults. There's both of them people were adults. I don't just look for kids. I look for anybody missing. You're 100% right, Dolly. So, you know, and if I'm helping, like I don't expect no praise for it, but I at least want you to want me to help. You know, like if I'm unwanted, then my services are probably wanted somewhere else. You know, and like I said, the more longer this goes, my skills are only getting better. My capabilities are only getting better. Um, like I said, soon I'm searching by air, land, and water. Where else the hell can you search but underground? You know what I'm saying? I ain't digging no holes, I'm telling you now. Kelly Go Lightly, KP, I missed that. Chris did not drop the kid off at a homeless camp. Okay, have a great trip, Dolly and PJ. Look forward to your reports from Crime Con. Thank you so much for your CB. That is awesome. That's a big $25 right there. Dolly eating good. Dolly eating good in the neighborhood. Go get food. Nothing's open yet. I'm just waiting for stuff to open. All right, guys. I am going to get ready to get out of here. Y'all have been absolutely great this morning. Look, like the video for me real fast, okay? Like it up. Like it. And for my replay crew, I'm going to leave you guys with a question today. Do you think Dolly's making the right decision by staying away from the drama end of this case? Okay, now I'm going to bring you the news and anything that's up to date. And plus, if they do any interviews, I'm poaching them from these tragedy pens. Like it or not, all right? So y'all get whatever they say, but I'm not going to get into the drama element of it. You guys let me know if y'all think that's the right decision. Look, everybody in the side chat, let me know in the comment down below after this video ends so I can read everybody's. And when I get a little free time today, I'll respond back to you guys. Y'all be safe. Enjoy your day. Don't let anybody bring you down. You're a winner. You know why? Because Dolly told you so. Peace.